Good morning.
Hey.
All right. Well, this is Design Tips and Giggles with Beth Ann and Pam. And today is February 4th. And this whole month, our theme, not saying we're going to stay on it, but hey, is content.
Love.
No, no, it can
That's
be,
not it.
but the
That's not it.
love of content repurposing,
The
that's
love of repurposing.
what you meant. Content repurposing.
What is repurposing, Pam?
Huh?
What is repurposing?
Well, taking a product and reusing it. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Reusing it a different way. There's all kinds of ways that we can repurpose content, printables, whatever. What's your favorite way?
My favorite way is to put it up on Etsy. I just take my products and I just plop them over up to Etsy.
What?
Although, I saw in Amanda's group, she's like, "When's the last time you put a product up on Etsy?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a great question." And I haven't put one up in not this year yet, for sure. But I don't think I put anything up since like November. So I was like, I should work on my Etsy because I have noticed that every Monday Etsy sends you funds. And lately it's been like, here's like $30 or like here's like $6 or here's like much lower numbers than what happened, in November and December of last year. So I'm like, maybe I should put up my Valentine's Day products so that they can make some money. So that I'm just waiting for the day that Etsy's like, you owe us money, So
Consume is the way they do things now.
mhm.
Gosh, how much it costs to open a store now? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you have to really want to be
Yeah,
an Etsy seller. Yeah.
yeah, definitely have to do that. So what I'm hearing is one of the ways that you like to repurpose is okay, so your main thing is to teacher pay teachers. That's where you put your products. So
Yes.
you're going to take your products that you create on teacher pay teacher and go ahead and put them up on Etsy. That's a
Mhm.
great way to repurpose.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an Etsy, you can put them up on your website. Guess what?
Yes, I do
You
that
make
as well.
blog posts about them.
Right. I don't necessarily make blog posts because
Why not? Just kidding.
I love blogging and it's great, but I generally just put it up on my store, which I don't really like to look at my store. Every time I'm like, oh, I need to fix it because I don't like it. But I pay someone to just put them up really quick. And there's like a tool, like it probably takes this person like 15 minutes, maybe, to do all of them. But I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to look at it. So I pay someone to do it. I pay someone to take my TBT store and put it up on my blog store.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice. I
Uh-huh.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that you could, I like that you can pay someone just to do that because that's something that you don't like to do. So good for
Yeah.
you.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Um, I do want to fix my store, but that's like a problem that doesn't need fixing, like that's just my personal feelings more than because people are still buying on there. I mean, I've made like $20 last year. So,
Well, there you go. There you go. Here, I thought she was going to say $20 last month. She says no, $20 for the year.
whole year.
You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so
Mhm.
putting it out other places. There we go.
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
put them out. Just take what your products that you're doing, even if you have to tweak it a little bit, like put a different cover on it.
Right.
And remember, teacher pay teacher, you have to have the lowest price there,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And there's a few other things like that you change when you move it over to Etsy. Like if you have any links in your description, you want those to lead to Etsy things instead of teachers pay teachers things. Although I very rarely change that. Don't tell Etsy. And I don't change it inside my actual product. Like inside my product, I have like people also like this product, and I always lead them back to teachers pay teachers.
Well, hey.
I don't know why. It doesn't matter. I probably should lead them to my website instead, but I just send them to Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's always been fine. Also, Etsy has 13 images that you can have. I think, isn't it 13 or 10 or something?
It's up there.
10 sounds more. I think 13 is the tags, but you do have to like think about that. You have to think about tags and stuff. I use eRank for that, and honestly, I just guess most of the time. But then when I'm like, oh, this is expired, I usually go through my expireds before I re-add them to
Uh-huh.
Etsy, or renew them. That's the word. I go through eRank and I look at keywords and I decide where to put it.
That's kind of a repurpose kind of thing, don't
Yeah,
you think? I think
I
that's
think
kind
so.
of,
Yeah.
but you're repurposing keywords a little bit and just, I like it. I like it. So when you're taking from one platform to another platform, just tweak it a bit, see what works for that platform. And keywords is probably a really good thing to do for Etsy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
Etsy, I mean, you can dominate the market with Etsy because people are so bad at keywords on Etsy, myself included. But like people just guess. We all, most of us just guess. So if you're using a keyword tool and you're using the keywords that people are searching for, then you'll get more sales than me, and I'll be jealous. And I would love that for you.
there we go.
Yay!
Okay. So another thing we thought about is, well, probably our number one, which should have been number one, but this is
Mm.
probably number two. Bundle those things together.
Oh yes,
Bundle, bundle, bundle.
yes.
So all your individual products, even on Teacher Pay Teacher or Etsy, is bundle, but people love bundles.
I love bundles.
People love bundles. I love bundles. I buy bundles.
Yeah.
So
If there's a clip art that I'm like, ooh, that's really cute, I always check to see if it's in a bundle first.
yeah.
It's like,
So
how can I spend more money today?
right. Right. Yes, definitely. So if you have like holiday themed things, those definitely could be bundled together. If you have things that are similar, that could be for the same age or same niche, then bundle those together. But
And
then
that's another way to repurpose too,
right, right,
is
definitely.
to like, if you have one thing that does really well, you could just make it for another season and then bundle it together.
There we go. Yeah. Um, Beth Ann, when we were talking about this, had a really good idea too. Like you can make your products easier or harder. And that's kind of like a repurpose kind of thing. Like you just look at it, say, okay, how can I make this for maybe a younger age? Or how can I make this for an older age? If we're talking about Teach Pay Teacher. For Etsy, how can I uh, what would that be? Looking
How can I make this prettier?
prettier. There we go.
Prettier.
There
Yeah,
we
that's
go.
what Etsy likes.
Yeah, pretty. So kind of think of those things when you're looking at things, your products, and also um, look at your products that last year. See what sold, see what didn't sell. If there's things that didn't sell, what can you do to make it better? What can you add to it? Or just take it off and maybe use it for a lead magnet. Maybe it's just not
Mm,
ready to be
yeah,
a product, or maybe it's just not a product anyone would want or whatever. Maybe make it a lead magnet, put it on your blog.
right. And then when you have it on your blog, you're showing them like different ways to use it. So that might like jumpstart their
Right.
interest in it.
Yeah,
Because I
definitely.
know I have like these game boards on my for Valentine's Day. I was looking at them today and I was like, I should just get rid of these because they're crap and nobody buys them. But it sells well on Etsy. It
Okay.
does not sell at all on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I was thinking, I was like, maybe I could just like make it a freebie, or maybe I could just like find a way to make it more educational.
Okay.
Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that.
So that's what you're looking at. So you did that. Well, what didn't sell? Well, these things didn't sell. So in your head, you're kind of like, well, how can I make it better? How can I make it prettier? How, what? what will make people buy it. So that, yes, I love that. Love, love, love. Another way is use it for an upsell,
Oh yeah.
right?
And that goes with the bundle too. Like if you have a product that's not selling well, like a Valentine's Day Right the Room or something, you can make a year-long bundle. So make the Valentine's Day Right the Room into an opt-in because people love free.
Right.
Like they'll give you their email for a free thing before they give you their
Yeah.
pay, their wallet for some reason. Even though I generally make more money from my email list, but whatever. Uh, if you put it into a bundle, they sign up for the Valentine's Day freebie, and then as on the thank you page, you say, if you like this Right the Room, then you'll love this year-long Right the Room, and then you could show them like, you know, have all the major holidays, have one for each month, I would say, and then mark it down. If you have it like, let's say each of them is $5 and you have 12, that's like $60. So you could mark it down to like 30 or 25. So it's like more than 50% off. And then they'd be like, oh my gosh, this is the best deal ever, you know,
I can
or
see
go
that.
nuts and be
That's
like,
what I
this is
go to.
$10, you
Right.
know, go nuts. And then
She goes, go nuts. Just
go
do it.
nuts.
Just
Because
do it.
like it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you to
It
have
does.
it as $10. Like if you say like for the next 15 minutes, this is $10, then you get $10 from people that were just there for a free product, which
Okay. There we go.
I'll take it.
And also, guys, on every single thank you page, please have call to actions. Make sure that you have another product on there, a Facebook group, your membership. Just have something for them to do instead of just leave that page,
Yeah.
with nothing. You,
Yeah.
you still want to have them, and if you're going to try to upsell them, the thank you page is one of the best places to do it.
Right. Because that's like the most engaging
It is.
point of your funnel is right when they join because they are already engaging with you. They're already giving you they've already said yes. They've already said yes to giving you their email. So they're already just like, I don't know, in the yes mood. I don't know how to describe it, but I would say that having an upsell to a freebie is a remarkable process. Just
And
blows
it,
my mind every time. Like
and it works, guys, because
it
both
does
of
work.
both of us have freebies that go into upsells. I have a couple that go into just products, and I have a couple that go into the membership. And every month I get people. So the upsells do work on the thank you page, and also the thank you PDF that you give for products.
Yeah. Mhm.
Always make sure you have exactly the same thing, like a call to action, membership, different products, um,
Yeah.
Facebook group.
If you have a bundle upsell, for
Yeah.
sure start putting that in. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, putting that into the actual product. Um, Another thing that I've been thinking about doing that I'm it's on my list to implement. It's on my list. I just haven't touched it yet. So, but I have all these Play-Doh mats. So like
Right.
they make stuff with Play-Doh. And then I'm making a page that's like, if you need a Play-Doh recipe, I have 31 on my blog right now. So go here. And then it's a roundup post of all my Play-Doh posts. And I'm gonna put that inside thing. So
And you're not selling them at that moment at all, so it doesn't feel icky, because sometimes that, but putting them to your blog post, that's giving them another way to get to know you and how
yeah.
amazing you are.
Yes. And I have ads on my website. So I could
they
make like
didn't they don't need to know.
12 cents from people looking at my website. So yeah.
I love it. So yes, okay, another way, which I don't think either one of us have done, but it was told to us.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Create physical products with
Hmm.
your products. Like create a activity book, create a journal, create stickers, you know, and those can be physical products that you can put up on Etsy or Printify, or, you know, just print on demand. We don't do that, so we can't, you know.
One of my students just started doing that.
Ooh,
Yeah, she puts up a uh what are those called on Facebook with the like pictures that go away after 24 hours? You know the ones? They're like reels or whatever. I don't think it's a reel, but you know,
story.
story. There you go. Yeah, yeah. They do that.
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, here's this thing I just made." And every time I'm like, "Oh my gosh, look what you did. That's awesome." And it's I believe they use KDP.
Okay.
They use Amazon. Yeah. And I don't know if they're making money, but it looks really pretty. So,
That's awesome. Yeah. Couple people from the template treehouse has had things in Etsy and KDP already, and it's just beautiful to see, you know, see that happen, that people are getting going. But yeah, this year I do really want to get into the KDP things. I really want to make journals to put
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
So
Because I buy things like that. You know, like I always think like, oh, you're not your ideal audience and stuff. And it's like, why would I make just lined paper? But it's like, I'm gonna buy lined paper.
you just bought, oh no, Amazon sent you that, but
Well, Amazon. But it's
and
like
that
I
could
bought it.
be easily made. I
Like
can make that. Like I
it's
can make
lined paper. Yeah. Yeah. And
that's cool.
it's there
So
every
think
day.
about that too. Like if you have things that you feel like, oh, I can make a physical product, that's another way to you know, repurpose.
Yeah.
So
And
uh
kind of
yeah,
the flip side of a physical product
flip.
is to make it more digital, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like make it into like a boom deck or some digital learning product. Ah,
Yeah, you have to think about other ways that you can take a product and make it something else.
hmm
Uh
And
go
people
ahead.
like boom cards. People
Right.
like boom cards, and they like Google Slides and like stuff like that. Like, or
Yes.
even PowerPoint, making like a Jeopardy game or something. I don't teach that. And I don't know anything about it. I just know that it looks cool, and I'm happy for people who do it. But I don't want to repurpose like that. I don't want to do
And that's
that.
okay. We don't have to use all of these. We don't.
Yeah,
We pick what we want and can do. And I probably wouldn't do the physical products, but you know, it may be down the road with journals. I love journals. I love to
right.
print them. So yeah, just kind of think of other ways that, you know, you can repurpose. Um, do you want to go on to teacher pay teacher? I know you probably
Yes.
do. And let's kind of think of different ways that we can take products and repurpose them.
Oh, all right.
What, I mean, I don't know. We could think about things like, let's check your stuff out. No, just kidding.
Yay.
No,
Love
we
that
can go
for
somewhere
me.
else.
All right. Let's look at my products. We go to my store.
Let's think of some ways that we can repurpose some of these things.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm seeing is here. I have this dinosaur unit study. I spent a whole bunch of work on this. I
Well, it's
spent a
100
lot of time on
pages.
this. It's huge. Yeah, it's a very valuable it's like a 2 week long uh thing unit. It's a unit. I could take this and separate some of the pieces out and then make it into a bundle.
Right.
I could do that. You could unbundle it. Um,
I like that word,
maybe,
unbundle.
maybe. I don't know. There's a lot in here. There's a lot.
I see.
So I don't know that I would want to do
Right. That would be a lot of work. But,
that.
you know, for that,
But
but if you
but
guys have this huge product,
mhm,
think about, you know, narrowing it down a bit and just doing individual ones.
yeah, yeah,
I like that.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So that's a good way.
that's an idea. That's an idea. That's an idea.
Now, what if you had products? What kind of products could go with the write the room stuff?
Uh I love Right the Room products.
I
I
know.
think they're like the best thing. You can add like you can add like writing pages to them. You could add like matching. You could change these into like what are those called? Flashcards, and you
Oh
could
yeah.
have them match it with the word. You could have some writing prompts to go with them. They are just
I just have to say,
incredible,
these
incredible products.
these mock-ups are gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Like
I bought them.
I love this.
This one is from Thinking of Images or Speaking of Images by this lady named Kelly
Uh-huh.
Avil, I believe. And then oh, this one is also. But yeah, yeah, I try to make it really there's a lot of white space. I try to do a lot of white
Right.
space
I like white
and
space.
then just add like a little line around my product
Yeah.
so that it kind of sticks out. And then I love these. I just love them.
Yes. That's what caught my eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. So this is a well, this doesn't have a link because it's on the actual bundle, but in all the other ones, hopefully I did this already. No, not on this one. Okay. I think this one. Nope. Shoot. Wait for it. We'll find one. Here we go. Okay. So on this one, it's the same thing as the main bundle, except this is a link that takes you to the bundle.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I try to do that. I want to say I do it for all my products, but I clearly don't. That's a
I
problem.
like I like the dedication that you feel like you do them.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's
So I need
dedication.
to fix all these. Like this is just the whatchamacallit, the cover photos, these 4 cover photos
Uh-huh.
in a PDF. And so that's not ideal. That's not ideal. So ideally you would have it so that like this is like made for this screen, like it's the size of this screen
Oh yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed
Okay,
to
I get it.
these
I get
that
what you're
are
saying now.
square and you have to like scroll to see the
Yep.
whole page. Hmm. So ideally you're gonna do these, which are like
What size is that, by the way?
this is like a 16 by 9. If you go to Canva and you do like a presentation, it's this size.
Okay.
Or if you open up a PowerPoint and you just do like a regular blank presentation, this is the
Same size.
size.
Okay, so presentation size. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yes. So that's what I like to do.
Okay.
Which I
So
feel like isn't the point of what we're talking about.
I
Sorry.
and I was just thinking that, but repurposing what is your what your listing, that can also be a little bit of repurposing, kind of,
Yeah.
because you're I don't know, like in my head it was working, not sure if it's coming out right.
Well, I love it. It looks great. It looks great.
But you can go through all your listings of things that are not selling and beef them up
You
or
could.
put more stuff into it.
Yeah.
I know that's not like repurposing, but it is going in there and just going, hey, we need to do something different with this product.
Especially if it's a product that like you put a lot of time and thought into and you're like, this should be amazing. Why is it not? Like my classroom decor hasn't been selling as much as I would love it to.
Okay.
So like
What do you think
that's
you should do?
that's a freebie. Maybe okay, so a few things. I would change this from classroom decor to like I would have this one be like my borders and then separate those out because I have a lot of borders and then I have other things like this jungle safari one and I have like a watercolor one and I have like a navy blush which I'll probably just leave that because only one person ever bought it and she like specifically asked me for it so I was like yeah I could make something like that um but then like We have some of these neutral ones. You know, like we have a bunch of different things, and I feel like it's kind of all over the place in here. And there's 72 things, and I feel like that's way too many. So I probably change that. But then let's look at Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is like right now.
Right.
Um, what would I change about any of these products? All right, so mm, let's go with this one. I would see if these are in the search right now, which
Okay.
I have not done that yet. So like Valentine, word wall, word
And
work,
if anyone wants,
word wall.
Beth Ann to look at their Etsy store and products, you can, put your link in
I do love
the
that.
chat and
I
she
wouldn't mind
will
it. I
give
would
you
not mind
some
it.
ideas.
Yes. Um, so yeah, for this one, I would add images because there's only two, and I
Right.
would probably, I'm assuming,
Yep.
change the preview because that's not doing me any favors. And I would check the prices to see. So, like, if you go over here to Valentine's Day word wall and you see other people making things that are significantly cheaper,
Right.
I would maybe change that or add more to yours if,
There you go. Right.
yeah. So,
Doing a little research will go a long ways, even
mhm,
when you're trying to fix the products too. Just see what other people are doing. You're not stealing from them, you're just inspiration.
mhm. And you're like comparing because this is how people are seeing your product. They are looking at Valentine's word wall, for example, and they're probably like, oh yeah, these are cool, except, not what I want or whatever. Or maybe they're just looking at it and they're like, which one is the cheapest one? Oh, okay, this one. I will grab this cheap one or this free one. And there's not really anything you can do about those people. They're just going to do the free thing. But you could maybe see what's doing well. Um, price wise. I'm seeing a lot of like $2 things, which is sad. Oh, maybe things are on sale. Well, this one's not on sale, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd probably,
And people are buying Valentine's stuff in Teachers Pay Teachers now.
yeah, it's in the search right now.
Yeah.
We go over here to the Valentine's
Valentine's
Day,
Day. Yep.
Black History Month, which is fantastic. If you have something for Valentine or for Black History Month, absolutely. If there's a way that you can make something right now, like if somebody had like a template that you could get, like a treehouse template, which
I like how you did that. I
mhm,
like how you did that. Yeah. I made one. I made a template.
she did.
I did.
It's right here, and it has a video, and it has all this fun stuff and all this great stuff, all these great ideas. Yeah, it's there. So you could take this and you could edit it, and you could make $1 bajillion, for example.
Yeah, the
Because
person that I made that for, she even said, "Hey, I can take this and use this for different ideas, different ages, all that." I
yeah,
was like, "For real? Yeah, it's
absolutely,
super easy."
yeah. So
I
yeah,
like that. Thank you,
but
Beth Ann. Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
And now, if someone asks us, "Did you talk about your membership?" I can say, "Yes, we
Yes. Yes,
did."
we did. Yeah. Um, because Black History Month, it sells really well. It sells really well. Black History Month. Anything you can do that's Black History Month. So let's see. There are like if you look at the first page, everybody's got reviews. So the first page is a little different. But if you do like Black History Month and then a space bar, like there's all these other things that people are doing. Like there's so many different ways. Like you could
Look
do
at that.
an
Yeah,
art
there
project,
is.
for example, and like all these people, all these things are selling. And look at this. There's people with 0 reviews on the first page, which means you could be on the first page of something like this or whatever you want to make. So like it is there's a lot of people doing stuff, but also there's so much room. There's so much room for you at the table in Black History Month.
There is. There is.
And it's something that I don't personally have any products for. Oh, pardon me. I get the hiccups every time I drink water. But Yeah, there's so many options, and like every letter has something because it's a big deal that teachers want to talk about.
Yes.
So
With so for me, I would be thinking, well, teachers need to you know, think about what they're going to be talking about, you know, like month or a couple months ahead of time. Do you
mhm.
find that the sales are like before or just like right within that month?
So there are people who buy things ahead of time.
Okay.
That's a thing. However, I would find that the majority of people buy them like that day,
Right.
the day that
Right.
they're going to use it. So, yeah, like today I've had sales of Valentine's Day things. I think yesterday I had sales for like Arctic things, like things that people are probably using that day.
Yeah.
Um, I like I have not seen any sales come in yet for St. Patrick's Day or spring
Easter.
or Easter. I haven't seen
Okay.
it. I don't really have any Easter products or really any spring products. I should probably work on that. But and
Okay.
Valentine's Day is a little slim. But
So what I'm hearing is
I have a
that
lot of work to do. Yeah.
that part, that part. But if you guys have Valentine's Day stuff that you're still like working on, or that you, oh, it's too late to post, no, put
Put
them
'em
up,
up.
put them up.
Yep. Put 'em
Even
up.
if they don't sell, you at least got them put up,
Yeah.
and then you can see what's going on. You know, you might get sales for next year,
Yeah.
and it's already up.
Like you could look up Valentine's Day in the search and you can see I mean there's all these people have all these fantastic products, but you can also look at most recent, and these people just put this up like this week, today probably, and they're probably still making sales and it's probably just fine. Like maybe they'll make sales. Like there are people putting things up right now. So
Right.
don't let that stop you.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
let the last minute things stop you because you know, no, I don't. I personally will put things up even the day before things because people still do things last minute. So,
definitely. Well, let's go over what so that we can, what we have discussed, and then we'll just kind of open it up for just everybody discussing.
okay.
So to repurpose products, put them on different platforms.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my favorite.
Add to them, change them up a bit, do a little bit of keyword search. Then the second one is create bundles, put things together that are themed the same, holidays, um, or create a bundle and just keep adding to them, like add to the bundles. Take your things that are not selling too much and make them into lead magnets for blog posts, you know, or just your freebies. Create KDP products with your stuff. That's a really good way to repurpose.
Yeah,
Um, and then upsells, bonus, make sure that you put them on your upsell thank you pages. Not necessarily repurposing that, but making sure that people see it. And you can just beef up your products. I think that's, you know, a really good thing. It's just keep adding to them. Make physical products. That's kind of with the KDP too. And then maybe tweak it for a different audience. Maybe make the product for a younger age, or make it for an older thing. One thing that you should probably do is create a template for your best sellers,
yeah,
and then just not repurpose, but do different things with them. If you have a couple products that are just selling, make a template of that and use it for a different idea. I
yeah.
mean, if it's not broken, what is that? If it's
If it's
not
not broken,
broken,
don't fix it.
fix it. There we
Yeah,
go, something like that.
yeah.
So, and yeah, both of us are not the best blogger on like, yeah, yeah. Okay. But putting your products in your blog posts will also help with sales. Like if you make sure you put the link to the sale, not give it out for free. But yeah. Anything else, Beth Ann, about all that?
Yes. So
I knew.
if you are going to be writing blog posts about these products of yours, can I recommend?
No.
Okay.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, sure.
No, that's fine. I was going to say, in the same vein as bundles, you can make roundup posts. And I have always hesitated with roundup posts because I'm like, oh, this is stupid. Why would I do this? But they are such stinking traffic drivers. They drive so much traffic. They drive so much traffic. So, yeah.
I'm a
I would say
clicker.
that I would say that roundup posts are
Yeah.
like the secret that nobody talks about because even if like all the things on the roundup are not yours, which I don't make anything that's not mine uh in roundup posts anymore, but
Dang, girl.
I know. Like, so if you have like, well, okay, so like that's what I do is like I buy things um in a in a roundup type thing. Like I just bought all these Valentine's Day heart-shaped crafts. And so I have all these heart-shaped crafts and then I'm like, okay, so I bought these with the idea that they're all going to go in a roundup post, and that roundup post does really well on Pinterest because Pinterest loves pretty things, you know. So yeah, if you have like a whole bunch of Valentine's Day products, you can make them in one blog post and be like, this is all you need for Valentine's Day in the classroom or whatever your niche is if you're not on Teachers Pay Teachers. um, and you could make a blog post about that. So I love that blogging has given me that opportunity to get search from more than just Teachers Pay Teachers. Like I can get search from my blog on Google or Bing or whatever search engine they're using. I can get traffic from Pinterest
Yep.
for my nice roundups to get them to my products. And like there's so many different ways to drive them towards your product. So even if you're not on the front page of TPT for Valentine's Day things, you could still show them how to use it and show them on your roundups or your bundles, and then they end up buying them anyway. So
There we go. I like that. I like that. We're having a storm here.
oh
A tree just hit the window and I'm on the second floor. I'm not sure what's going on out here.
oh
Like a whole branch just came flying.
ooh, that happened to my
It's
fence the other
scary.
day. The branch went through my fence. I was
Mm-mm.
like, oh
Oh,
Tom,
that's right.
that's terrible. Then my neighbor came in and was like, hey, can I just like go into your driveway or go into your thing and just use a nail really quick? It's like, sure, yes, you can fix my, yes, feel free.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions, or do you guys have anything that you want to say? Well, how can I repurpose this product? If you do, go ahead, talk, put in the chat. Yeah, isn't Kelly under a winter storm warning right now? We're under a couple warnings. We're under a flood. We're under it's
Good
just,
for you. California needs rain, right?
oh yeah, yeah. That
Well, you guys always need rain, but
as
probably not
much as
floods.
it's horrible and it's cold and rainy, we need these rain. We need this rain.
How cold is cold for you in California? Because I know what cold is for me, and I bet it's a different number.
Look at Robin laughing too. Um, okay, for me, cold means 50.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
frigid. Okay, all
Okay.
right.
I'm from Washington State, so I know how to bundle. I know how to
Oh,
bundle up.
yeah. It's
But
been warming
50,
up here. It's like 60 here.
okay,
Warming up.
that's nice. Yeah.
My
Um,
kids went to school today without a jacket. I was like,
in
dang.
60? Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I probably exaggerated with that 50. I didn't want to be a wimp.
Okay, but one of my kids, one of my kids had like a puffer jacket, like a giant winter jacket, and it was 55 this morning when we left. and like the sun hadn't come out yet. So like it's gonna be a fantastic day. And he brought his puffer jacket, and the other one was like, I will bring a sweater, and that's it. And I'll probably take it off and lose it because that's what they do.
So kind of reminds me of, it was raining the other day and we needed to go out. And I looked in my wherever I have my jackets closet. I don't have a rain jacket.
Oh my gosh. I just got a rain jacket like 2 months ago.
Look at our
My first time.
combo. Our combo just went totally weird.
Yeah,
to
my first time
different.
as an adult. I understand. And I lived in Memphis where it rained all the time, and people were like, it's not always like this. And I was like, that sounds like someone would say that if they were from here and it does rain all the time and you're just in denial. But I bought rain boots, but I did not buy a rain jacket, which is silly because I wear glasses. So like I need a rain jacket to like cover my
Yes.
glasses. I need one, but I always just never did.
Well, at least you got boots. Yeah.
I do have boots now, yeah. And they have polka dots.
I guess I must not go out when it rains or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how often does it actually rain in
Right,
California?
right. You
Because when
know,
I lived there, it was like I
not
remember it was like sprinkling once, and they're like, "It's raining, put all the stuff away," and it's like, "Is this rain?"
that is so true though. That's so true. Like it will start sprinkling and people
Panicking.
putting up their stuff and putting it in.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we can't have cardboard outside. It's
Right.
like, I don't think the cardboard's gonna get wet. I think you're good. This is like
That's so
misting.
true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to what we were Jeez, people.
Sorry.
Okay, I think we're kind of done with the repurpose combo kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and stop the recording, but repurpose that. Repurpose your stuff.
Repurpose.
Repurpose. Okay.